Well, hello to you, one and all, and thank you so much for joining me for this brand spanking new episode of Aero Nicely News. Today is Friday, August 1st, 2025. My name is Lenny Hernandez, and we've got a wonderful show in store for you. Today we're celebrating the amazing chefs in our communities for National Culinarian's Day. We're seeing how communities are commemorating National Disability Independence Day. We're honoring Nelson Mandela in our communities for Nelson Mandela Day. We're boarding a plane and taking a leap with Peggy for her 100th. And finally, sleigh bells ring, are you listening? Because it is time to celebrate Christmas in July. Well, the weather outside is frightful, but our show today is just so delightful. So let's not waste any more time and let's get to the good stuff, shall we? Welcome to Aero Nicely News. Let's go! Our first story of the day is all about National Culinarian Day, a day for honoring and thanking the amazing and talented people working in the culinary field. And for Aero, that means showing our gratitude to the outstanding culinary directors, sous chefs, cooks, and everyone who works so hard to make delicious and nourishing meals for residents day in and day out. Serving high-quality, exciting, nutritious meals is the cornerstone of Aero communities, and we are just so grateful to all of these skilled individuals for providing such next-level subsistence. Communities showed their appreciation with small gifts and celebrations of their teams, and we hope that you all felt how sincerely thankful they are for you. You all literally provide the spice of life, and we want everyone to know just how special you are. So happy Culinarian Day to all of you stupendous culinary artists. Disability Independence Day celebrates the passing of the Americans with Disability Act, the U.S. law prohibiting discrimination against those with disabilities. From voting to parking, the ADA is a law that protects people with disabilities in many areas of public life. Well, to mark the occasion, communities partnered with in-home therapy organizations to educate and learn about the ADA and how it protects those with disabilities. Communities also held fun events such as exercise classes to keep their bodies strong, wheelchair and walker washes, walker and wheelchair races, and more. There were wonderful celebrations around how accommodating those who have disabilities isn't prohibitive, and it shows how society can and should work to make living life easy, because we all benefit from a world that works for everyone. Happy Disability Independence Day. Nelson Mandela Day is a day to celebrate, you guessed it, Nelson Mandela. Mandela was a South African anti-apartheid activist and politician who served as the first president of South Africa from 1994 to 1999. He was the country's first black head of state and the first elected in a fully representative democratic election. Well, to honor the day, communities held viewings of Aero's educational videos about Nelson Mandela, like History with Tony, a brief history of Nelson Mandela, and a Nelson Mandela conversation with Professor Aaron McKinnon. Communities also learned and educated through reading Nelson Mandela, written and illustrated by Ramya Julian. Nelson Mandela's life is a valuable lesson on standing up against injustice and that every cruelty can be stopped by those who have the will to do so, no matter how insurmountable it may seem. Well, now we are making our way over to the Fremont Senior Living, where Peggy recently celebrated her 100th birthday. Now, if Peggy's name sounds familiar, that is because she has been featured on Aero Nicely News before. Peggy recently started a personal tradition of going skydiving on her birthdays, and year 100 gave her no pause as she launched herself from a plane once again to celebrate the joy and exuberance that life has afforded her. She was joined by her friends and loved ones as she became the first 100-year-old that this skydiving school has ever hosted for a jump. Not only that, but her jump was covered by the local Ozarks First news station. It is definitely worth a watch, so be sure to check out the link in the description. Once again, Peggy proves that age doesn't have to be a barrier to doing the things that bring you joy. And of course, living in an Aero community grants you the freedom to pursue your passions in life, no matter how high-flying they may be. The happiest of birthdays to you, Peggy. Let's talk about the heat outside, right? It is hot. It is sweltering. It is dangerously close to like living inside an oven, one could argue. Well, but fortunately, communities have the perfect solution to beat the heat, and that's Christmas in July. Yes, on July 25th, communities got out all the tinsel, Christmas lights, wrapping paper, wreaths, the whole 9 yards, and celebrated Christmas in July. These parties got everyone in the holiday spirit with festive decorations and Christmas trees, delicious holiday treats including hot chocolate with marshmallows, live music to delight and entertain, and of course, there had to be an appearance of that jolly old elf himself, Santa Claus. Communities had a festive, merry time celebrating Christmas in July, and we hope that you all out there are finding creative ways to beat the heat as well. Merry Christmas in July, everyone! Well, everyone, that'll do it for this week on Arrow Nicely News. I know, parting is such sweet sorrow, but chin up, my darlings, for we will be back in 7 short days with even more heartwarming and uplifting stories from around Arrow communities. And that's a guarantee, my friends, so don't you dare miss it. Until then, for Arrow Nicely News, I'm Lenny Hernandez. Have a wonderful weekend, an even better week, and we will see you all next Friday. I went outside the other day, and what I did was I took just a bucket of water and just splashed it on myself, just to cool down a little bit. It was almost like as if I was an animal bathing out in the wilderness, just trying to stay cool. And let me tell you, it was not a sight to see. It was frankly embarrassing. Stay cool out there.